Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another Pokemon RNG video. Today we're going to be covering Egg RNG. This is actually going to be my first attempt to it, but I believe I've got it under control, kind of, maybe, hopefully, slightly. As you can see, we have a different view up on our Peacock today. This is by pressing start and down. It gives you your current egg seeds. Sounds a bit weird now that I say it. You can see it's got a whole bunch of different codes in that. And the first thing you're going to want to do is get this menu up, go into 3DS RNG, and then just copy them down. So if you see up here, you've got current status, and it says 3210. It's all got some funky numbers and letters and everything. And you just want to copy the seeds down in the same way as it is on the program as well. So I'm just going to do that quickly. So we've got 18ED CDAF 8557 E372 EFF 9F 777 and FF 19104A. Cool. So those are there. I'm just going to back up my seed. I've heard there's a good thing to do that. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe I'll get back to you with that in the description or whatnot. So we've got our seeds all done. And now what I can do is put in my Pokemon. So what I've done is I've genned up a Japanese Ditto, perfectly legal. I made very sure that it was very legal, just so I can do the Masuda method. Just helps my chances of getting shiny, because I want shiny perfect IV Pokemon. And I've got the EV here from the daycare centre. I was trying to do stationary RNG, but I'm still a bit hazy on that at the moment. So hopefully we can do Egg RNG and get ourselves a perfect IV shiny EV, because that would be lovely. So I'm going to put the Ditto in. Or rather, I would put the Ditto in if I actually pressed A. For the sake of this video, I've got Quick Hatch on. It's a IPS patch for Ultra Moon. And it just means that it takes like one step to hatch an egg. It's a lot easier when you're doing this sort of stuff. So I'm going to put my Ditto in. Then put my EV in. Of course, if you know anything about breeding, my Ditto has 5 perfect IVs. My EV has perfect speed, which is the IV that my Ditto is missing. And I've got a Destiny Knot on my Ditto, so hopefully we should get either, a good mix of them. I read that you don't need Destiny Knot on both of them, but I could be wrong, so. Right, so Pokemon are in there. I'm just going to pause the game quickly, so we can go back to the RNG tool. My Ditto is female because I have a male EV in there. And my Ditto has a Destiny Knot. Not sure about the ability. Ah, I see. Also, let's turn this down. What I'm going to have to do is take my EV back out because I can't remember the IVs. Let's switch back to the 3DS screen. I'll tell you what, I'll take them both back just to make sure that I've got it all proper. I don't know what I'm checking on there. Ditto, yeah. So my Ditto has 0 in speed. Great. My EV 30 in speed. 4 4, 22, 15, and 6. He doesn't have an item. Cool. So I can just go back and put these back into the daycare. Take my Ditto. Take my Eevee. Cool, so both in there. I'm going to pause the game again. Switch back to the 3DS RNG tool. And don't care about that. Let's see what we get for the shiny only. Cool. Nothing. There we go. So actually no shinies in all of this. 500 eggs and no shinies. Screw that. See, what about perfect IVs? That's 5. We get... No. Got 5. Egg 117. And it's female. Cool. So I think I'll go for this and see how that goes. So I need to accept 116 eggs. Right, so I'm back after a brief interlude just to brush up on my RNG skills. I think I was looking at this the wrong way. So I've got this set up. I was looking at it through egg number range, and I'm not sure that that's the way I'm supposed to do it. I think it's still frames, because frames only advance for eggs when you accept or reject them. So we're going to try with this. I've got this all reset back up. I found an Eevee that I want. It is at frame 2349. So what I want to do is, once you've found the one you want, just right click it, set as target frame, click shortest path, calculate, and then it'll come up here what you have to do. So I've got accept 70 eggs, reject 4 times, and then if you scroll down here it lists all the times you accept and then where you reject. So now that that's all set up, the best way to do this is, if you go on your 3DS, we'll jump into the game quick, and I'm going to get out 2 Pokemon to fill up my party, just so the X goes straight to my box and I can get rid of them. You got this here, the gender bit where it says 7 to 1. If you just type in the name of a Pokemon and go on the Pokemon database or Bulbapedia or whatever, it'll tell you the chance of the genders. It just helps you, get the specifics that you need to find what you want. So we've got that up. I'm going to have to do this again. Go from 0. Cool, so looks like 2349 is a good one again. So we're going to do 2349 again. Shortest path, accept 70, reject 4. Cool. So I'm going to put these in quickly. Right, so they're both in there. And then I'm just going to come outside. Just run about. Oh, wait, first. I need to fill up my team so I don't have to worry about hatching all the eggs. See, quickest way to do it, especially if you have homebrew, because you can just get rid of all your eggs once you finish this process. We're just going to run around until we get an egg pop up. I believe it should say in-game on the plugin when an egg is available. Yeah, cool. So we've got an egg. Yes, so we want to accept it. Send it to the box. It's one accepted. Great, so I'm just going to cut this part until I get closer to it. And then we'll jump straight back into it. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. So I'm back after what feels like 10 years of eggs. I messed up the first like half an hour of this, unfortunately, but I'm very hopefully close to getting the egg that I want. According to my 3DS RNG, I should be... I was going to go for this one at the very bottom, but I don't know, I prefer the one above it, so I'm going to try for that one. Do like a special attacker. And I believe I'm at 47 at the moment. So, one good thing about this is that you can actually save mid-chain because your egg seed will always remain the same. It's a bit confusing at first. Before I get back into it, I just want to say that if you look on the screen, you've got the egg seeds, egg 3, egg 2, egg 1. And then if you look on 3DS RNG, you can see that the highlighted number 47 is the same egg seed. So what that means is that with this seed up, I want to accept it because it's accepting it. And then it will take me to the next seed. And then on this seed, I want to reject it to go through the chain. It took me a few minutes of understanding just like how to advance the chain, because you would think that it would progress, whereas it's kind of just a constant. So instead of going this seed, all right, next accept, then it's the next seed, and then so on, it's this seed, accept for this seed, and then it goes to the next seed. Yeah, it's a bit confusing at first, but once you accept and reject it a few times, and if you just follow your egg seed as you progress, it's quite easy. So we're on 2FB8, so that means we're on this one, so we want to accept it. So if I just run around in game for a second, I don't think I'll be doing much of this because it really has taken me forever. We're just like mindlessly walking around the house accepting eggs. So this was an accept. So if I accept it, take me to 3570. If we go back to 3DS RNG, that is indeed the next one. So you can right click it, set as current status, and it will change your egg seed on the 3DS RNG tool. So you can see that while we're on this, we want to reject it. So if we go back to 3DS, we'll run around till another egg pops up. To be fair, I messed up the first one, as I said, so it is my fault that it took so long. But this attempt still took like, what, 45 minutes? It's the first time I've ever done egg breeding. I can't say I'm a big fan. So we don't want this one. So click no. Are you sure? No. Oh, so on 3FD83A, We jump back into the 3DS RNG tool. Yep, this is where we want to be. So set as current status. And if we jump back on the 3DS, we want to run around. This one we want to accept. We go la 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 la. Egg ready. It'd really help if the counters worked properly. So we want this egg. So let's put us at 80ED. Pop back into 3DS RNG. That is the correct one. And remember I said I want this one now, because I'm not feeling the speed stat of the one that I was originally going for. I think. Special attack, defense. Yeah, because this is 2 zeros. This is better in any sense of the word. So currently on this seed. Also jump back into the 3DS. I'm going to run around. Actually, I'm going to save it here just in case I mess up. Like I said, you can save it whenever because the seed will always stay the same until you take the next egg. So we're going to run around. This is what I hate about it. Sometimes it can take just so long for an egg to pop up. There we go, there's one. So, if I accept this one, add it to my party, get rid of Espion, because I won't need you anymore, Espion. So, fingers crossed, this should be the shiny Eevee that I want. Step away. Oh. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, I do have instant hatch on for this, because it just makes it a lot easier. There we go. Shiny Eevee. Although not so easy peasy. Yes. I know what I want to call this. Baby. Right, cool. So, without moving at all, I'm going to pause the game just in case. I'm going to go into 3DS RNG, and then, because we accepted this one, we set the status after receiving this egg as current. And that's changed our current status to 3A76E7CE. Jump back into 3DS, and that is correct. So then you have your current egg seed, and you can easily just run into daycare. Hope that another egg doesn't pop up. Oh god, look at all these eggs. I'm going to put my Lycanroc back in. Then take back Eevee. Thank you very much. And then if you leave Ditto in there. So then what you can do, you can get whatever other Pokemon you want. Let's say I wanted a perfect... I think I already have a perfect Arcanine. This is one I brought over from Omega Ruby. Well, perfect Slowking. No. Perfect Alakazam. That would be sick. So we get rid of... That's the normal Eevee. Nope, that's a shiny Eevee. And just to double check, because obviously we've got to match up the IVs. Press start on right. And we go back to 3DS RNG. That is the EV that I wanted. 31, 5, 31, 31, 11, 23. Cool. So, because the seed has stayed the same, what you can do, we can get the stats of the Abra first before we put it in. So, go back to 3DS RNG, put in these stats, got perfect attack. Nice. We've got 21, 31, 5, 10, 21, and 8. He's not holding any items, I believe. And his ability is inner focus. So I'm just going to go to Bulbapedia quickly. Search for Abra. He's 75-25. So 75-25 should be 3-1. Yep, that makes perfect math sense. And his ability was inner focus. So I believe that's ability number 2, according to Bulbapedia. Then we're going to start from 0 again, because we've reset our seed. Let me just close this on my DS. So back on the 3DS. Gonna put my Abra back in. So there goes Abra. And then we can go back to 3DS RNG. So basically what you want to do is kind of ignore the egg number range. When I was trying to do this originally, as you probably noticed, it wasn't really working too well. Just go with frame range, and basically the frames, it's like there's egg frames and there's normal frames, and the egg frames only advance when you accept or reject an egg. So you don't really have to understand them in the same way that you do the normal frames. So that's why you'd use this, use frame range for this. So we calculate. There is a shiny at 11,963, which is a lot. $2,583. 2583. Only could change my TSV. So if we set that as my target frame, not really a very good Abra, but, and then go shortest path. It'll tell me the eggs that I have to accept and how many I have to reject. And then you can just follow this. So we're currently on this seed. That means you would accept it when an egg pops up. Then it would go to this seed. And then you would accept it when that egg pops up. And then you just follow. It'll tell you when to reject. So I've got reject here. So you reject once it hits this seed. Then it'll take you to this seed. And then you accept it. If you get a huge number like this, what you can do is just do another egg, reset the seed, and go from that seed, see if you can find anything else. It might come up with a different path. Because that's what happened with the EVs when I broke the chain. I think it was originally like 70 or 80 eggs, and then I broke the chain after like 10 or so eggs by accident by clicking no. And it went down to like 46 eggs once I got onto that seed. So it can change. And Obviously, you can take out different Pokemon to change it. So yeah, that is how you RNG egg. I know these videos are quite long, but I like to include the failed attempts and just like me showing how to get an understanding of it, because I feel like, you know, it's difficult to understand when people are like, yes, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. And you're kind of sitting there like, well, why? I've done this wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and get maybe stationary out next, or event. I'm still progressing through the game. I've only gotten to like the third, or yeah, I'm just on the third island, I think, because I'm taking my time with it. So it'll be a while till I get the stationary stuff out. Of course, I'll do wormholes and stuff once I get there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Find it a bit useless. A bit useless, yeah. I hope you find it a bit useless. I hope you find it useful. You put it to some use. I know that I probably won't be doing much egg stuff myself, but you know, something different to try out. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, drop a comment, drop a sub if you want to see more RNG stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.